Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall stream. I just realized I did not upload the audio version of last week's show. Because my podcast is on a break and I usually do them at the same day. So that's okay.
Sorry.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yes.
What happened to your...
Well, we're going to talk about the mic.
Okay, well, let's say hi to everybody.
I was going to let you check in first.
Homesick Mac, what's up? Hi, Alec. Good to see you here today.
Morty's
here. Mr. Camera Junkie in the house. Rio Pell Room, hello. Curiosity Network podcast. Middle and Knifer DJ Ware, hello. Paul Duncan's in the house. Miro Davis. I was always wondering what the other side is, as I thought where I am was the other side. It's the pre-show at justcreatemore.com. That's
we do a short, 10 to 15 minute stream before.
Yeah.
And some people go there and then hop over here.
Yeah. Hey, Roger. Hello. Tom is going to talk about what this is.
Yeah.
Hi, Impressive Tony. Love being able to catch these live. Hassan is in here.
Oh, Miro got the Mini 3 Pro. Yes. Congrats.
Nice. Hi, Drew. All right. Everybody is... Patricia is here. Hi.
Yeah, so we're not talking about microphones today, but we're going to talk about it for a little bit right now.
He can't help himself.
I just can't help myself. Today I'm using the Earthworks icon, but the reason I want to talk about it is because usually people think it's the Earthworks ethos. They have two different microphones that look very similar till you take the windscreen off. The icon looks like this, and the ethos looks different without the windscreen on, and I just think they're really cool. Normally when you buy this one, I'm going to turn the level down. It has a windscreen on. It comes with this windscreen, which I think looks really cool. It's like this little silver bullet. But Peter Piper pitched a podcast. It's kind of susceptible to plosives. So you can put just one of these windscreens on it, and then it works fine. But I also have... Oh. We're still live. Don't worry. Still want people to hear these twisty sounds. I also have the windscreen from the... This is the windscreen from the Ethos, which fits on here. They're interchangeable because Earthworks mics are just so cool and like super precise. And the reason this happens is I was digging around in here and I realized not only is this handle plosives better because it's almost like the SM7B's metal thing. It comes with a windscreen. And then there's another little spongy windscreen that's in there. So it's 3 layers of plosive protection.
Plosive protection.
Yeah. Oh, wait, my volume is like way low. Plosive protection, sorry. Anyway. This is the, anytime you see this microphone, it's the icon with the Ethos windscreen, even though it looks like the Ethos. But all Earthworks mics are super freaking good.
Hi, Ashton Crypto, Ona Coffee in the house, Diana Gladney, what's up? Jared's here, Jules, hello everybody. Ona Coffee says, I like today's video, Tom.
Thank you.
Tom is Curtis jetting out. Hi, Michael. Hey, Afsar. Hey, Amir, how good to see you. All right.
So, we talked about microphones, we said hello to everyone, but that's not the topic of today's show. As I did say in our pre-show over on justcreatemore.com, we've been spending a lot of time over past weeks talking about my milestones and Tom's milestones, and it just so happens that Thursdays, for some reason, just line up as milestone days, and today we're celebrating one of Heather's milestones because she has been doing something that's really fun, really cool, and something that I am also incredibly proud of her for doing.
Aw, thanks.
And I'm also very excited for you and just happy for you.
Aw, that's really nice.
So it sort of takes off from where we were talking about last week.
Yeah. So if you weren't here last week, basically I started a brand new YouTube channel. It has been an idea in the back of my head for years, but I just kept telling, it's a gaming channel. So I told myself, like, that's purely recreational. I don't have time to do that. It's not investing in my business. Like I talked myself out of it forever until finally I was gushing so much about the game I've been playing, Final Fantasy 14, and finally I just couldn't anymore. So I made a new channel. I uploaded my first video on that channel 13 days ago. And at the time, because I created the channel in May. I created the channel in May of this year, but didn't upload a video until 13 days ago. So when I made the channel, I had 3 subscribers. It was me, Tom, and my brother.
Yeah.
And I think Saksham,
Squad.
you may have been subscriber number 4. So either way, it was like 4 subscribers when I uploaded the video. And obviously, like, 2 views because I did one stream once or twice.
I was one of those.
Yeah. So it was basically a brand new channel. And as of today, pretty sure today I can confidently say I'm going to have hit 1,000 subscribers, blew past the watch time requirement for monetization, which is 4,000 hours of watch time. Actually, I can tell you what it is right now.
That always seems so hard because this YouTube channel has 1,600 hours of watch time. It is nowhere near the 4,000 mark.
Oh, okay. So I'm at 6.3.
1,000.
Yeah. 6,000 hours of watch time with 3 videos.
And you're gaining like over 100 subscribers a day. Well, yeah, obviously if it's been 2 weeks and you got to 1,000.
Yeah.
And every video has thousands of views,
That's
which
crazy.
is, if you've started a YouTube channel, it's usually not how that works. Usually your first videos have however many times you watched them, it's the view count, and that's about it. So it's crazy. It's just been so interesting because like obviously I made the channel just like, we talk about this all the time. If there's something that you're obsessed with and you can't stop talking about it, that is the perfect thing to make a YouTube channel about. And that's what convinced me to finally do it. Because I was like, what would be so cool is to connect with other like gaming nerds about this very, niche thing. And that's what I've been able to do. But of course, like, I can't help but have my YouTube creator analytic hat on and just like, okay, Heather, you've been saying that you're a YouTube coach for years. If you're going to create a channel in 2022, let's see what's up. Like, could you really do this? And I feel like the platform has changed so much, and I want to say that I didn't do like most of the best practices that are being like the video I put yesterday. Right, the final version is 44 minutes long,
42.
And it's 42 minutes long, and it's an unscripted video. The original footage was an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. There's no YouTube strategist who would say, make a 44
for your first video minute. Like for your first 3 videos, like no one would tell you. I'd be willing to bet if you go up to any like YouTube expert, actually Diana, you're here, like you can tell me, would you tell somebody who's starting a brand new channel if they told you like, hey, I'm gonna upload a 42-minute video? I feel like that would be just a huge red flag of like, ooh, I don't know if. But
so what's cool and what I think is worth celebrating is what you said. You get to do something that's fun, that you're excited about, and the really cool thing is there's a community for it. Like you're joining this existing community, and that's what's helping the channel grow. And you can tell because you should see the comment. I mean, I guess you could if you found the channel. You could see the comments Heather's getting. They're literally essays that are paragraphs and paragraphs long, and it's like it's all just, it really is like if you were at, I don't know, like a convention or something, and like here's a group of people who are obsessed with this thing and we're all just talking about it. And that's awesome. Like that, I mean, that to me, that's just so exciting and so much fun. And it's really cool to tap into that. And what's been interesting is the fact that your channel's grown so much with no promotion, no calls to action, no like diversion of your existing audience to it.
I mean, there's a reason why I haven't said the channel name, because I really don't. I told Tom, I was like, I'm not going to say it because I feel like YouTube has such a good handle at who to send the videos to, that to get like, say 5 people decided to subscribe that don't watch other Final Fantasy 14 videos or other gaming videos, like I feel like it would mess it up. So that's why like I haven't posted about it. I haven't said anything about it. But I do want to share what I think is working, like what I didn't do, what I think is working, just because I think that there are things that can be taken away and applied to any channel.
Yeah.
Check in. So, hello. I love that idea, Heather. I've been thinking about getting a gaming system, but I know we warped into it. Okay, so seriously, I was playing sunrise to sunset. Like, I was obsessed with this game, and there's so many times where I told Tom, I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm playing games like just nonstop, and I could not believe that was actually.
And I said,
like,
"How dare you? How get to
it's actually
work?
like paying off.
What are you doing?"
Oh, see, Saksham was subscriber number 4. There you go. Do I have to wait to be monetized before I can apply for affiliate links? No.
It depends on, like, Amazon affiliate links. You can sign up at any time. Their only threshold is you need to hit a certain number within 90 days. I forget what the number is. And then there are other programs, depending on what the company is, that like are sort of invite only. But like Amazon, one of the biggest affiliate programs, is just open to everybody because people use it on like their blogs and stuff too, not just videos.
What's the name of the channel? I'm not gonna say. If you find it, you find it. But like, I just really like, I don't know. I know, like, I want to show the subscriber number. I don't know if there's a way that I can show you.
I mean,
but
I can just tell you, but
yeah, like, I really don't want people to subscribe if they are not gonna find it organically. Like, I'm just so like,
it's gone up by 2 since we started the show.
Diana, in general, no, but gaming, yes. Even other niches like hiking, they're settling in and ready to go. Shane, because it's being fed in front of people that want to see the game, that's so great. Diana, I have a whole other account and it's gaming suggestions because that's what I watch in my personal time, and the gaming features that get released are dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oops, stream freezing for me in Europe. Are we frozen? It could be our internet.
It could be, but you're hardwired in.
I'm
so
not.
You're not. Oh, you're not. That's
I
right.
haven't been.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get the cable.
I think we need to plug in.
I'm going to go plug it in.
Okay, we're going to plug in, guys. Sorry. Do you need help?
No, I got it.
Okay, so you've got me. Okay, so let me talk about what I think is working just off the top of my head. And then I'll write this down for Tom so he can add. So the first thing is thumbnails. I think I have all the thumbnails, so I can show you the thumbnails. The thumbnails, like, I really think they're making such a difference because in gaming, I feel like it's very messy. It's very messy. And also, let me preface this with, I completely am aware of like my YouTube skill set. So it's not the same as like I'm starting a channel from day one, have never made a YouTube video in my life, right? Like I understand that like I have a lot of experience making thumbnails. But it has made a difference. Like, I spent so much time conceptualizing in Canva. What I do is I zoom out so the thumbnail looks the way that it would look on mobile, like super small. Is it still eye-catching? Is it still clear? You know, so I can show you, I think I have my 3, do I have all 3 of them? I think I might only have 2. So here's one thumbnail. Boom. So you can see like very clear. And here's another one. This is a video I just uploaded yesterday. So it is kind of messy, but I think the things that stand out do stand out, especially in that like niche. Because here's what happens. A lot of people in the gaming niche, what they do is they stream, and I think they just take a screenshot of their stream where they're like mid-sentence and then add some text. The big channels, like, you know, 1 million plus, you know, I feel like they have help at this point. But I purposely, intentionally spent a lot of time on my thumbnails and came up with multiple design board. Like, that totally made a difference. Look, we're getting hardwired in.
Did somebody order an internet connection?
We're plugging in.
Okay, might take a few seconds, but...
All right, so it's going to rekajigger.
Should be fine, though.
Okay. Okay. The other thing is captions. I really think captions made a difference. I'm willing to bet that no one in the gaming niche, at least like the Final Fantasy 14 one, adds captions. I think it's all auto-generated, especially because a lot of the people just they just upload their streams from Twitch, so it's like they're hours long. You know, who's gonna do captions on an hours long video? So it's all auto generated. But if you look at my analytics,
and mine are the same too, which is very interesting.
yeah, it's the same for Tom. So if you look at the subtitles, like so 58% of the people are watching with no subtitles. That's low, right? Like, isn't that surprisingly low?
Yeah, so
with subtitles, 31% are watching with subtitles. And then what's crazy is that there's Japanese auto translated, and I think that the Japanese is auto translated from the English captions. That's what I think. So yeah, 31% watching with captions.
Yeah, I had no idea. And mine's the same. I think mine's 32%. I've captioned every video since the beginning, all 356 of them or whatever it is.
Yeah, and you know, when you're on the YouTube homepage, there is a button there that says like CC right under the video, and I just really think that's made a difference. Really. So what I did for the first 2 videos, I paid for rev.com, but then, you know, with a 42-minute video, it's like starting to get very expensive. So what I did was I dropped it into Descript, and Descript, you know, auto-generated the captions, and I just went in and fixed it all, which took, gosh, an hour and a half probably for a 42-minute video, but like totally worth it.
Yeah. And what's
Totally
funny too is the AI from Descript is the same. They license it from Rev, so it's the same AI that Rev uses. And then with Rev, if you pay for human captions, they basically do what then we do, which is go through and fix it, because it's far from perfect a lot of the times. And so it can be a total pain. On like, how long did it take you to go through your 42-minute video and do captions?
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a quick and easy thing.
It took forever, but it's just so worth it. I'm convinced, like, I am just so convinced that it's making a difference. Yeah. So,
I mean, I've definitely, like, I don't know. I think it does make a difference. I think it makes your channel stand out. I don't have any data that shows that it drives like subscriptions or growth. But clearly people appreciate it, even if they like don't need the captions, they use it. And I've definitely gotten messages over the years where people who need the captions really do appreciate it. So I don't know. And honestly too, captions are kind of fun because you can clarify things. I like to add in silly jokes throughout mine a little bit, but you can clarify stuff too. If like, I don't know, you can just add a little more info, which is sort of like a fun Easter egg. I don't know if that's like best practice or anything, but it's fun.
Another thing that I've been doing.
Oh, also, sorry, emojis work in captions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is very cool.
Wow. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Thanks for the tip. The other thing that I've been doing is being very cognizant of the intro. So I do not explain who I am. I say my name, but I don't explain who I am. I don't do any calls to action. I don't say like, oh, you know, thanks for the comments on the last video, or any, like, I assume that everyone is going to have like, this is their first video, and like, if they want to find out who I am, they'll watch the rest. They'll watch the rest of the video. To, you know, if you're willing to listen to a 42-minute video, then yeah, there's parts in the middle where I'm like, oh yeah, and in my last video I did this. But like in the beginning, I just like I talk about what they can expect in the video, and then I just go straight to it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's very intentional. With I come up with the title before I even record the video, because I like that kind of decides the angle of what I'm going to talk about. What I'm not doing, right? So here's a big difference of what I'm not doing: no search, no SEO, no keywords, none of that.
Do you put tags on the videos? I
do, but I don't spend. I spend like 30 seconds typing them in. That's it. Like, no research on keywords, no TubeBuddy, no vidIQ, like none of these things, which is, you know, like, I completely understand that I'm not saying that you have to do what I'm doing in order to see success. Right. I'm just sharing what's happening over on this channel. And I know gaming is different. But I also know, like, you know, I have several videos on my channels that are like, Yeah, search. Let's see. Most of my traffic is not coming from
looking
search.
at seeing where your stats are right now. Well, so the thing that's interesting while you're talking about this,
Well,
I don't
the
wanna
thing
I
I
don't want
wanted
to interrupt your
yeah,
thing.
so the thing that I was saying is like I think what people would recommend based on like the whole search thing is that they would say lead the title with the thing that is searchable, right? So Final Fantasy 14 because that's the game I'm going to be talking about, or the Canon M50 or Shure MV7, whatever. Like lead with that, right? So Shure MV7 review or unboxing or something like that, and then dash my thoughts on this or like pros and cons or my first impressions or something like that. I flipped it, which I would never have done before. I would have totally led with the search term. So instead, what I did was, what was my last video? It was what I really think of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which like you're I would have never put that as the title because it's like you have to already be playing to understand what that even means. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of words.
Right.
Right? Like I would have wanted to lead with Final Fantasy 14, but then like it was actually my brother yesterday when I was asking him like what I gave him like 6 titles and I was like, which one do you like? And he said like, oh, I like this one more because everyone knows who they are. Okay, the audience knows what Final Fantasy 14 is. They know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn is. They know what that means. Like, go with what is interesting to them, not what's interesting to the algorithm.
Right.
Don't go to what's interesting in search. Yeah, the keyword might be 100 or ranked well or whatever, but like we're playing to the people, right? Like we're speaking their language. Very different approach. I would have honestly, I could pretty confidently say I've never done that. Because I've always played to search. Like, it's always been, like, even Canva. Like, all my tutorials are like, Canva tutorial, blah, blah, blah. So, because I think what's happening is that when they're on mobile, they only see the first part of the title, and they don't need to even know that it's Final Fantasy 14. So I put that at the end, actually. The logo is in the thumbnail, and so I already know, like, they're getting enough information that it's, like, it's relevant to the game, but here's the specific aspect of the game that we're talking about. It's just a very different way of doing things. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's check in a little bit.
Okay.
Because there's some really cool questions here. Let's see here. We've talked about the joy of gaming. We're should be on the stream now. Jared's internet's also bad. And we're relatively close, so maybe there's something happening. Steve Martin, I don't know if you got into this while I was out there, but he said, completely underestimated some thumbnails so far. I'm only 2 videos in. Still time to improve. Yeah. The good thing is you can always change them. I need to go change my thumbnail for today's video after this. I need to make a new one. I love the thumbnail for the video I made today. Like, I've been so excited for this video to be published because it's like this beautiful thumbnail that I love, and I want it to show up in people's feeds because it's so like pretty.
Yeah.
It is not working though. Like, nobody is clicking on it. I shouldn't say nobody. But it's not pulling people in to click on it. So it's like, okay, I need to revisit that because clearly something's not connecting there, even though I love it. So, that's kind of fun. Rob's here. Sup? VoiceOver Village. Hey, why is it better than just using auto captions?
Well, so in Final Fantasy 14, there are a lot of words that are made up in the world, and so even dropping in my 42-minute video into Descript, it didn't recognize any of the character names. Like, it butchered all of the things that I think would even be searchable. So
I mean, you should see the different ways that auto captions spell out Roadcaster or Sennheiser.
It's just wrong. It's always wrong.
It always spells Roadcaster. It just says rotor. The rotor. Everything's running through the rotor. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And Sennheiser becomes sender. So it's like if you use a lot of technical language or specific names and things, it's really, really helpful. But also, like, I mean, honestly, if you just watch a YouTube video with auto captions, you'll see just how many errors there probably are in it. It's better than nothing. Like 100% it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But if you can go in and fine tune things and you can even then change, like where this sentence ends here and on the next section this sentence begins, so you can kind of make it flow and format it a little bit better to make it easier to read and understand, which is
Tom
cool.
also writes jokes into his captions, so it's always such a little bonus treat if you don't watch his videos
never
with
know
the
where they're
captions.
gonna be.
Yeah.
Usually they're self-deprecating, although today I don't know if you're still here, Morty, but I did thank you in the beginning in the captions.
Oh, that's cute.
Ono Coffee says Descript is good, but if you're using it to transcribe English being spoken by non-native English speakers, it's not as solid. And then Paul, I think, followed up to that by saying Descript can be taught to learn its transcribe mistakes over time. Yeah. And if you have time, I don't know if Marta's here. I think Marta was someone who did this. You can record yourself into Descript. Like, it will give you could spend hours just reading text into it.
And it'll, like, learn your voice, right?
Yeah. Because that's at a certain point, you can supposedly like type with your voice, which use that sparingly, but it can learn how you pronounce things, so it can become more and more accurate over time, which is very, very cool.
So Crazy Kid, what I did is I have 3 videos on this channel. I paid for captions by rev.com. So rev.com, I think it's $1.25 a minute.
Yeah.
But then my videos were like 30-40 minutes long, so I was like, okay, this is starting to get expensive. So what I did was I used Descript, and I just dropped the video in there, and then basically what Descript does is that its editor kind of looks like a word processing, like a Google Doc, and then you can edit in there, and then when you export it, it has the timings so that it the captions match with.
And just have a good like find and replace and stuff. So if you notice something is wrong, you can fix things before it goes into YouTube. And I noticed for me, I don't know if you were doing this, but I was using Rev for a long time, and I was still going through and checking everything line by line to make sure that it was good, and to add in my little stuff there. So it's like it takes a lot longer to go through and then do Rev from scratch, or not Rev, Descript from scratch, because there's a lot more to correct. But if I'm already going line by line and double checking everything, and then the bigger problem, which wasn't, I guess, really a problem for me, it was I send my thing to Rev, and even if they're relatively fast, sometimes it'll still be the next day before I get the captions back. So the video's done, ready to be scheduled, but it's not actually done or like scheduled until
it takes a couple hours for them to get back to you.
For me, it would typically be the next day. For you, it was a little faster, but I schedule my videos in advance, so it's not the biggest deal. I just like to check it off that the video's done. But for you, you post your videos when they're done. Well, and so the captions hold up the video.
For client videos, it honestly, like, there were times where it came back like 2 hours later, which is awesome. But those videos are like 10 minutes long. But for the 40-minute video, oh my God, I was sitting there like, I could have just written this from scratch and it would have been faster. So yeah. So Descript, I think that's the way I'm going to go, especially because these videos tend to be longer.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sneeze again.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I just saw, let's see, there's all kinds of stuff here.
Did you? Yeah.
Okay. Melanie,
Hi, Melanie.
Also, Melanie, congrats on your like fitness journey and stuff.
Yes.
Almost all my traffic comes from search and then recommended. I barely have any views from subscribers. I mean,
same. I think that's like...
Most people don't have a lot of views from subscribers. I think it's pretty common to have like 10% of your views or 20% of your views come from subscribers, which is kind of what you want.
97% are from non-subscribers.
Yeah, you want other people coming in there, but because I also saw Tech Troublemaker said most of my traffic comes from browse features, then search. I think that is where you want to be, because search is great for people to find your channel, but I feel like oftentimes when they find it through search, you solve one thing. Yeah. Whereas browse and search, YouTube has somehow figured out that this person is really interested in your thing is interesting to them, and they're maybe more likely then to not just like that video, but many more videos, which then makes them like, a long-term subscriber and fan and stuff. So
none of my people are coming from search. It's browse at 60% and suggested at 28%.
Well, so okay, this is a point I want to bring up earlier. This is why I think your channel is so one of the many reasons I think your channel is so fascinating.
Why? Because
we were talking about this in the pre-show. My niche, like the camera, photo, video niche right now, is niche wide in a pretty big slump. Like there aren't really a lot of channels that are taking off. Most people are recording drops, including me, in ad revenue, in views, in channel growth. Everything is just kind of, which is sort of normal for this time of year. But I mean, that's a niche where production value is super high. People are trying really hard to make interesting things. They're experimenting. They're doing all kinds of stuff. And it's just, nothing is really clicking for the most part right now. Whereas, so that's where I then start to see a lot of conversations about like, oh, YouTube is messed up in this way. Like people get really mad at the platform. But I think clearly it's not the platform. Like it varies so much niche by niche, but obviously the platform, like you can succeed on it because you're bringing your wealth of experience. You know how to make a good video. It looks good. It sounds good. It makes sense. It's edited well. Like, the video is good, but you're not using any of those like crazy, at 15 seconds, you need to do this and this, it needs to do this. And you have to have a crazy shocked face in the thumbnail and you need to like be super loud and crazy.
None of those things.
There's no call to action. There's not even an end screen. You just say, catch you the next one. Bye. And then
like a lot of the things, it's funny because a lot of the things that I used to spend time on, like the end screen, man, like I went into Canva, designed this whole thing. And now it's just like, all right, catch you in the next one. That's it. And like people stay to the end. Like it's insane. The retention actually.
That's not to say don't do the other stuff. I still do, hey, if you're interested, if you watch this video, check out this video. Like I'll still do that. I think it's important to just know that the platform's not broken. There are just different ways to approach it. And it's totally okay to cherry pick the stuff that works for you specifically, which, there is no one size fits all approach, obviously. And it's really important to think about like, what is and isn't working for you so that you can then
what is
decide.
Retention? Like when people say retention, is it a percentage?
It's like the percentage of your video that people are watching. So retention, I think yours is 30%. So I think that means 30% of people are watching by the halfway point. I think 50% is a big thing there. And supposedly there's some magical thing if you can get like, I don't even know what it is. If it's over 50% at 50%, like 50% of viewers are watching at 50%, then that means the video is amazing and the algorithm, and it's like, and fine, sure. Obvious. What that means is like, the more that people watch your video, the better the video does. Yeah. Right. That makes sense. Like if someone clicks on your video and leaves after 3 seconds, YouTube's not going to recommend it to more people. Of course. I think that there's a problem when people become obsessed with retention and it's like, oh my God, I've literally heard discussions where people are like, I say a certain word and every time I say that word, my retention chart dips. And it's like, if you want to do that, if you want to look at your analytics and narrow it down to specific grammar and speech patterns that are affecting it, I mean, go for it. That would drive me crazy and take all the fun out of everything. So at a certain point, who gives an S? Like, make the best video you can.
Own a coffee. People have been saying for the past year that keywords and such are no longer important for YouTube videos.
No longer as important. I think it's still important, but I think like you were saying.
I still do it.
Yeah, but you don't spend hours researching. You spend a minute typing in.
I do no research. So before I used to do the TubeBuddy thing and all, but I don't have it on my other channel, so I don't do it. I'm not gonna go log out and go to another, so I just don't do it. I just type in what I think. Oh, so here's what I do. I open Google and I open YouTube and I type Final Fantasy XI5 14. And then I see what is there, and then I kind of just like, that's all I use, just the auto populate in Google and YouTube, and that's it. So
and that's a cool thing to just see how people are approaching the topic. Like
like I just want to know if people are typing something, and what are they typing? Yeah. Michael says, I realized I had stopped explaining the reason why I did the video because it was chewing up lead time. Yeah. I don't. No disclaimers, no explanation. I've had to catch myself because there are a lot of opinionated people when it comes to this game. And I'm obviously reading that feedback, but I didn't want to bring that to the next video. Right. I just start the next video and don't even address anything. Most of my traffic comes from browse features and then search. The days of SEO on YouTube are numbered. Their AI doesn't really need us to tell it what the
Right.
video is about
Because,
anymore.
and also people were abusing it. Like people were,
Yeah.
I'm just going to put Mr. Beast in my tags. And then every time someone looks at one of his videos, mine will show up. And it's like the platform got wise to that. And now it just, I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but it's not even that like your auto generated captions play into letting it understand what the video is about. But it also knows what every frame of your video is about. So like the frame that we have right now, it knows that there's a lot of purple. It knows that there's a guy and a girl. It knows there's microphones in the screen. Like all of that kind of stuff plays into it, which is so much more than your tags will show. And it's also why people then, get in trouble if they have weapons or something crazy on their frame, because it gets identified really easily.
I think in the description of this video, Crazy Kid, I might have a Rev affiliate link. I honestly can't remember.
Rev's great, and the cool thing with Rev is
and a Descript one, I think.
You can rate your person afterwards, which is important to do. Like I always, most of the time they do an amazing job, so 5 stars with some nice comments. But if they do a bad job, because every once in a while I have gotten someone where even though you're paying extra for hand typed captions or at least human checked captions, you can tell that no human checked this caption.
So,
and if you give them 3 stars or less, that person, you'll get refunded, and that person won't do any more of your videos. So,
Patricia, my channel has 98.9% not subscribed. So here's some insight to that. You were talking about this yesterday, is that what this channel is doing really well versus like my tutorial channel, which is very, like each video solves a problem. What this channel is doing really well is that if you watch one video, you're probably going to be interested in the other videos that are there. So it's a very natural thing for you to watch this video, then the next one, and then the next one. Whereas I feel like that isn't as seamless on my tutorial channel, because it's like, here's Canva, here's Ecamm,
right.
Here's a podcast. Like, for someone who is a content creator, seeing the video pop up in their subscription box is cool, right? But I can imagine where, the YouTube platform shows a Canva tutorial to somebody, and then the next thing that plays is about Ecamm. Like, if you don't know what Ecamm is,
they're on a PC. You're
not going to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not as like seamless. So I think that's where the tutorial channel wouldn't have as many subscribers, whereas like this is getting 1,000 in 2 weeks. I really think that has played a part in it. So I don't know what you could take away from that. The only thing I would think is like, at least when as I'm planning the new content for this channel, I'm very conscious of like, okay, this is a video that I know even if you don't play it, you'll probably be interested. And then this one's like, if you're super obsessed with the story, you're going to be interested in it. And then like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to see what's helpful there.
I mean, it's that thing of like,
I think YouTube has their whole like hub, help, hero thing.
Yeah.
And I really think that's what the 3 videos were. I didn't mean for it to be that way, but like, I knew that the first video I was going to make was going to be like I just knew that was going to be a big video because I played the entire game in 2 months.
The 10-year game.
And I didn't even try. It's just I was so obsessed with it, I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. And then I knew it's like, okay, you're putting a time challenge onto a thing, and it's a very big game right now. It's trending, like all the stars aligned for that video to get 40,000 views in 2 weeks. But then the other videos I wasn't expecting to also do well.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, I'm just like, okay. Rhea Pelro, after Descript does its thing, do you upload the captions to YouTube separately from the video, or does Descript embed the captions in the video?
Separately.
So it's both. You
right,
can export the video with the captions burned on. So what I used to do for clients is I would burn on the captions so that they can upload it to Instagram, so that the captions would actually show up on the video. Or you can just export the SRT file and then go to YouTube and upload it there, which is what I do. I need to put captions in 26 videos. I just don't want to type it all out.
Rev's great. I mean, they really are. Pricey, but great.
And Descript's pretty good too, especially if you're, if you're not like talking about anything like model numbers or something, that might be, you might have to do a lot of correction, but it's actually pretty good. Okay. Hey, Sammy. Question. Hey. Morty, any insight into how the browse feature works? Search makes sense, but browse is just home screen recommendations and recommendations from other videos.
Yeah, and if I knew, then I would have a better idea of how to get there. I don't really know how it works. And this is part of what kind of sucks, is because this is where I do think the number of your subscribers that watch your videos, like if you get that very friendly message from YouTube where it's like fewer subscribers are watching this video or whatever, I think that does actually hurt, because it uses that as like a sample of who's interested in this and who's not, and who then to recommend it to that's not interested in it. But there's a plethora, a myriad of things, that signals that YouTube uses to figure out who might be interested in something, and whether or not your video is something that that person would like or be interested in, or other people like that person likes, and now this person might like it. So I think that the thing to do is to play to a person and not the algorithm, like Heather was saying. Like, if you're making videos that are interesting to people, then ideally the platform will take those and share them with people. If you're making videos that are interesting to the platform, it's not really necessarily going to know who to share it with.
So, like, the other thing about this specific niche is that I didn't realize this going in, but now that I've been hanging out in here for 2 weeks, it's very clear that it is a niche that like can't get enough new videos. Like there's literally not enough new content. So that
there's a strong active fan base.
Yeah. So like there are new channels, right? Like new channels pop up every day, but to deliver a different experience is what I think I'm bringing to the table. Like there's the really good production. Also, I think the level of obsession, if that makes sense. Like some people are so into it, but I think the thing that I bring to the table is that I'm new to this game, and people really like the fresh, which is like very cool. This is really good news. Remember that whole passion economy, enthusiasm economy thing that I was talking about last year? I am not an expert. I'm not a good gamer. I'm not good at this game. Like, it has nothing to do with being the best.
I mean, you're pretty good at the game.
I'm not, though. Like, seriously, I'm not. Like, if I bet you 1,000% if I were to go up against another player, I would die. Because I really don't think, like...
You're talking to someone who can die in solitaire over here, so I think you're pretty good
but,
at
like,
the game.
in the world of gaming. The world of gaming, like, I'm not good. But in the world of gaming, a lot of people watch because the players are good, right? Like, the people who are at the top, it's, like, it's competitive, right? Like, people are watching because they're really, really impressive. That's not what I bring to the table, and I know that, right? And I think, like, a lot of other people here, like, you're not necessarily the best at your thing, and that is okay. Like, that's actually part of the appeal, because your enthusiasm and your excitement over this thing, like maybe you getting excited about a thing that is, that's been around, can like rub off on somebody else, and they just get excited watching you be excited about it. That's definitely what I'm seeing a lot of, which is like very encouraging, I think, because like, you know what genre I would have never thought you could like break into is gaming. Like, gaming was the first one. Like, people have been playing games on
gaming
YouTube.
Online. As soon as you could do videos online, people were
like
games.
Are you kidding? Like, I would have never thought that you could start a new channel and actually get traction. So like, if there's a way, I know this isn't relevant for every channel, but like, as you're thinking about your content strategy, is there a way that you can, kind of, like, if you're the teacher or the authority, of course, like, that's your X factor. But if you're not, like, are there different ways or creative ways that you can play around with showcasing your enthusiasm? Because I think that's like, I feel like that's the human thing that people connect
That's one of the
with.
comments I've seen you get so many times is people are like, I just like watching you talk about this. I like watching you geek out about this. I like how excited you are. And you can't fake that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing that people connect with. Even I remember when I got the new Rodecaster a while ago, like, so many comments on like those streams and first videos were like, wow, it's just fun to watch you geek out on this. Like, I'm not going to buy it, but it's fun to watch you just be excited about it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. True, I agree. For helping solve problems with tutorials and tips, videos does not necessarily translate to subscribers as quickly, but I am getting really close to 1,000. Nice. Hey, Robotrix.
Robotrix said I was watching AMSR and didn't realize hours.
Kathy, hi guys. Couple tables, perfect. Waiting for the last school bus to return to campus. Jules, if you edit in Adobe Premiere Pro, you can use the caption feature and go incorrect as needed.
It's true. Adobe has a thing where it will make captions for you
Gil,
on the fly.
So technically I can use Descript to take the captions for my video and use that text in a Substack post. Yes.
Yes. That was something, I don't know if Megan's here, but that was something Megan recommended. And I even tried that, and then I just got lazy and was like, I don't want to write posts.
YouTube algorithm trolls me. Watch a couple of cooking videos, and then you get bombarded. Watch one drone video, and all of a sudden, that's all you get.
Yes.
So I think this is what Ono Coffee says. Another YouTuber told me to delete my watch history. Works to reset and get different videos. That's what I do. So if I know I'm watching like how to fix this thing, and I don't want a whole bunch of how to fix this thing. I don't need to
fix sinks every day.
Go to your watch history and just X that one video, and it'll stop recommending. How can we get creators to stop editorializing? For example, this is going to be a long video about, I'm not sure if you're interested in this. I haven't done this before, but
I'm with you on that. Very much
cut it out and just get to the video.
It's so hard because I've done that, and this isn't the first time I've talked about this, so I apologize if we're hearing I'm kidding. But I've done that before, and it comes from feeling insecure, and it comes from anticipating things that are going to happen. So it's like, as you're recording something, somebody's going to say, didn't you already make a video about this? And so you feel the need to do that instead of just like, look, if someone's already watching 3 videos from me about the same topic, I don't need to disclaim that I'm repeating myself. Clearly, they're into it.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, it's someone who's not seen those other times when I've talked about this thing. Or if the video's long, like, it was Caleb Pike from DSLR Video Shooters, has been one of my favorite YouTube creators since pre-2010. Like, or I guess he started his channel in 2010. For a long, long time. And I heard him on a podcast several years ago where someone was asking, oh, and your channel has changed several times. Do you feel the need to tell people about these changes and announce them? And he was like, no, if I'm going to change something on my channel, I just do it. And that's just the way that it is for now. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to explain it. And I think that kind of attitude of like, this is what this is. This is my reality right now is really important. And even, I don't know if Doc's here or Doc's listening, but Doc Rock was the one who told me, like, stop. Unless it's really, really crucial to the topic, stop explaining that something is not sponsored. Like, if it is sponsored, you owe however you want to explain it, you have to do that. If something's not sponsored, stop spending 90 seconds of the video telling people who are just going to give you crap in the comments. Like, it's not for them, And then the people who are there because they want to watch your thing, they're like, Tom, I don't need to hear you spend 90 seconds defending yourself. I don't care about that thing. And it's like, yeah, just... It's very, very hard to get over that, but I agree. Stop editorializing. Just focus on the topic.
Just go, yeah. Like, just talk about the thing.
Yeah,
show the thing.
I made another video, believe it or not, about a microphone. And it's scheduled, but it's not out yet. And it's about this like very expensive microphone that Morty from B&H let me borrow. It's the blue one. We opened it on here. Yeah, the blue microphone. I made a video about that one. And in my mind, I was going to structure that the same way that I was going to structure a normal video, where I was going to open the video, explain, give it context, open it up, show you, look at this amazing blue microphone. Now let's plug it in and listen to it, which means we wouldn't really be hearing the microphone until 3 minutes into the video, 4 minutes into the video. And instead, I actually had to look up a video just to make sure I was pronouncing the brand name right, because I didn't want to say it 50 times wrong in the video. And I clicked on the video, and from moment one, the guy in the video was talking into the microphone. And I was like, I like this. Like, as just a viewer, I am interested in this. I'm clicking on it. I'm immediately getting what I wanted. And so then I switched it and was like, yeah, I'm going to open that video with just the microphone here, me talking into it, and then I can go back and give you context. But the first thing you're going to see in here when you click on the video about this microphone is this microphone, and that's it. Like, no other fluff. And I'm very excited to see how that does, because I would like to do that kind of thing more.
Yeah.
Even if, I don't know if you ever watch Daily Dose of Internet, which has been around for many days. It's like 2 to 3 minute long videos every day that are just compilations of, it's almost like America's Funniest Home Videos. And every video is just, you know, it's like mini TikTok, I guess, like 15, 20-second clips of just goofy things, and then you're done. But every video is like the most, the thumbnail and the title are the craziest one. Like, dog escapes bear attack, and the thumbnail is like a bear running after a dog. And the first video you see when the video plays is dog escapes bear attack, followed by
Other stuff.
all the other stuff. Every video, the thumbnail and title is the first clip that you will see. And it's
also, I'm
so
not
nice.
saying I'm
Sorry,
not
I went on a
saying
thing there.
to not do shorts, but I haven't done a short.
That's a
So
whole
like I
separate-
know there's a huge push for shorts right now. And I'm sure they help, but also like Tom says this all the time. If it doesn't work for your content, like, it's fine. It's not mandatory for success.
Yeah. Sometimes you have an idea where you're like, this would be perfect.
We
for
talk about
a
that all the
short.
time.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a great short.
Yeah, this is a 30-second idea right here.
Yeah.
So that's cool, but yeah.
Spiral Lab, I'm late, but we'll go back to watch the beginning. Congrats, Heather. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Marta. It means a lot to me. Yeah, it's been fun. But I'm trying to see what else. Like, because there's so much that we talked about over the week.
Well, we talked about you, what it feels like for you as a creator to shift the seat that you're in from the expert to just the enthusiast.
Yeah.
And
That's been so... I mean, even Tom says...
I even changed my
when-
little slogan.
Like, when he watched it, you're like, this is a different side of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different.
You're always upbeat in your videos. If you watch a Canva tutorial, Heather's very upbeat. But if you watch one of her gaming videos, it's like there's this genuine... It is, and I mean this in a good way, like when an 11-year-old comes up to you to talk about Minecraft, and you're just like, well, I'm not getting out of this conversation for a while. It's like that same level of just like, oh my gosh, this, and then this, and then this. Not in a hectic way, because you're also like... The cool thing, too, is you're 37. And I think that adds something really cool to the space.
I think it's a huge difference because, like, even the feedback and a lot of the comments, it's like, I feel like gaming for some reason is known for being insanity, chaos, just like like so much happening, and I'm just sitting here like, this person's my favorite character, and here's why. And like,
well, we were talking about Twitch streams where it's like, and I mean, you know, especially if you're someone who has like eCam or does Twitch, myself included, has been guilty of this. You have all these options and you just want to use all of them. And so there's so many Twitch streams where it's like, not just is there an overlay with the person. So the person's here, probably in a room that has like lights and things and a lot of stuff happening in the room. Then there's an overlay around them with all kinds of graphics. Then there's a live chat on screen in addition to the one that's playing in the browser. Then anytime someone does like a donation or subscribes or whatever, a little dancing thing pops up and
like...
a sound effect happens. And it's like, this is like pure chaos.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously there's an audience that loves that and has a lot of fun with that. And people love making that. But it's nice. I think that a strength of your channel is that it is a 37-year-old who's like, you know, this is just how I approach it. Like,
yeah, like I've had so many people say, I'm a 40-year-old gamer. Like I'm also a gamer who's in their 30s.
yeah, you
like,
don't have a little Red Bull fridge in the background that you're just getting jacked up on energy drinks.
Yeah,
the whole time.
like I'm, you know, so it's just like, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this channel dies next week, but I think it is impressive to go from 4
0 to YouTube
to
hero.
Like now I gotta I gotta update that thing because I'm not doing any of the things I said in that course. It's just I think it's really reassuring that you can still start a new channel in 2022 and still get 1,000 people to
You can
subscribe
kind of,
to you.
it's almost like going back to YouTube basics. Like you can start a channel based on something you're excited about, and YouTube, it can be very good at finding an audience for it. The hack, the secret that you have with your new channel is that you knew how to make videos.
Yeah, that's the hack.
Yeah.
Like there, you know, like I knew. I have 6 years of experience. I've made hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of videos at this point. I have the set. It's already here. Like, you know. So there's definitely an advantage there, but
yeah.
I just like, I don't know, it's just so funny. So I had to make a new Twitter for the gaming channel. I actually made like new everything. So I got a new domain and Instagram and everything. But I had to get off of my Heather Just Create Twitter because it was just all these YouTube's like advice, like the YouTube advice that just drives me nuts. Like, you need to have a new cut or whatever it was every 10 seconds or something. Like, you need to cut the shot, crop in, change an angle because visually you need to have an interrupt or whatever. And like, I don't have any of that. I have like B-roll if it adds to the story. But sometimes my reaction and seeing me work out a thought is the thing to watch. Like that, there doesn't need to be something covering that, you know? I don't know. So, yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's your quote of the day.
Let's see. Oh No Coffee says, I don't think shorts help build community.
I don't think so either.
I can't say that. I think they really help with discovery.
I think they can.
I just think that they. I don't think it translates. Like, I think that if you're on the short shelf, it's just like Instagram Reels. Like, you just watch the next one. I don't think you like go and I'm gonna see what else this.
Well, supposedly YouTube is now building more of a connect between your short form and long form content. So if someone does click on a short, it's more willing to recommend one of your longer videos. And conversely, although I haven't gotten it to work on mine, at least on mobile, you're supposed to be able to like open one of your videos and create a short from it, which I think would be really fun. Like, you know, here's a cool little clip of a video. I can at least put this out there, and then it links to the full video. Like, that's kind of cool, I think, and potentially helpful in like surfacing you to people who want short form content, but letting them know that you make long form content. But I just know there's so many channels that I've loved for so long that now when I go to them, their whole thing is just shorts. The very ugly shorts thumbnails that like don't fill up the whole frame. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to watch any of this. Like, I want to watch your long video.
DJ Mike says, hey guys, finally catching you live. Question on shorts. What about repurposing IG TikTok content for shorts?
I don't know if I'm the right person to even answer this.
I'm not, because I've never downloaded
Obviously
TikTok.
People do it.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Oh No Coffee says, I've been hearing that repurposing by taking the TikTok and putting it on IG can put your account at risk.
Yeah.
I think that all of the platforms can recognize the logos of other platforms. So I think when you like, you know, if you download a reel or if you download a TikTok, I think it has the logo on there. So I would do what Oh No Coffee says and edit them separately, or at least upload separately.
Upload separate files to each platform.
Yeah. Which is hard if you're editing in the platform, but I don't know if everyone does that. Can we get creators to not start their videos with pointless questions? How's everyone doing? Like they could even answer. If you don't know me, my name is your name different otherwise?
Well, I mean, that's like, you know, what's up? Okay, they're not asking me what's up. That's fine. That's a quick little greeting. But yeah, the like the thing where, you know, click on a video because I'm interested in it, and the first part is how's everyone doing today? Like, if you don't know me, my name is Tom, and on this channel, I always make videos about this. So just do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. My analytics say that
oh my God, it
82%
really helps
of you aren't
analytics.
subscribed. So just do that. Just hit that like button. You know, hit the like button for the algorithm. It really helps the channel. Hit the bell for the algorithm. This, that, and the other thing. And I'm like,
I've done no call to action. I have not done a single call to action. Not a single subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Like none. I haven't done any of that.
Yeah.
The only thing I did was I did say, so my most recent video was I was talking about my favorite characters, and I have a poster book, which is here. I have this, and I was like, oh, to decide the order of the characters I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to use the first poster in this book. And I actually unboxed this book in my last video. So if you want to check that out, you can click right here.
But that's interesting to someone who's like, wait, what's that book?
Yep.
You know, like.
That's it. No other, like, I'm a new channel, subscribe to the channel.
I think the difference with that, too, is...
Tell me what you think in the comments. No.
Unless I'm wrong, that wasn't a strategy you incorporated into the video. That was a thing that made
Very
sense. I'm talking
organic.
about this topic. Oh, but also, like, here's more.
I don't even think I pointed at the card. I think I just said, like, oh, in my last video, I unboxed this.
And then the card pops up.
Yeah, and the card pops up. I just,
Smart.
like...
I
feel like if you want to do it, you know how to do it. Like, I don't
think
have to
that
say
there's
anything.
a lot of people. I can't say everybody because YouTube has billions of users, but I think there are a lot of people who are sort of, you know, there's ebbs and flows and waves. And I think when things became ultra strategic, it did so because those strategies worked. Telling people to do things, setting up your videos in a certain way worked. And then it became almost so formulaic that I feel like there's a lot of people who are now tired of that. And so it's important. What's it?
Sorry, that's the sound your car makes when you're coming home.
Oh.
So I'm like, what? I'm so
I think
confused.
that's my same kind
It
of
is,
thought.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, I'm here. I think that it's refreshing. It's worth trying something else because people are, you know, they're just used to that kind of thing.
I haven't asked for single subscriber, and I'm about to hit 1,000. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but
You can go to the gym without this flexing.
what I am saying is that I do believe that if people wanted to subscribe, that they would.
And of course, as we've said many times, disclaimer, just reminder, this is not gospel or the
Yes.
Bible. This is like I think the most important thing you can do as a creator is cherry pick strategies
That work for your niche, your content.
Don't
your
do exactly what
personality.
anyone else does.
Yeah.
Do what works for you, but be aware of all these different tools, all these different options. And then
Yeah.
I think what's really important is it's so easy to feel overwhelmed. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I need to be doing. And to recognize that, no, you don't have to do that. Like, you just don't have to.
March says, I'm not at all interested in gaming, but I love stories, I love characters, and I love enthusiasm. I'm so completely charmed watching these videos, and it is a different side to Heather. So fun. Thank you. That's so nice. Let's see. Does a new channel a new email address for the channel? Yes.
You can create multiple channels per email address, but I have a whole podcast episode about have one email address per channel, and I recommend not using that email address for anything else except that, period, and have the most maximum secure, 40 character mixed symbols password that you can get for that, and never use it for anything else. Like, that email inbox should be empty unless it's
Protect
YouTube sending you
yourself.
an email.
Yeah.
And that's it. Set up another email address for your channel. Don't put it on your about page of your channel, like contact here, business inquiries. Do a different thing. The last thing you want is someone to mess with the email address that's associated with your YouTube
Hey,
channel.
Mihal, I will message it to you because I don't want to share it because I don't want people to subscribe if they aren't actually going to watch the stuff, but I'll send it to you. I won't forget. Morty, sounds like this new channel is kind of like a video podcast, which you guys have talked about before.
I mean,
the part of the stars aligning is that it is an online game, and so there already is an online community.
right.
Like, the people who are watching the content spend a lot of time online.
They're used to interacting online about
Yeah.
that content. That's different if you're into like lawnmowers or something.
Exactly.
Air fryers.
Let's see. Podcasts are good because you get to be more personal, and today with the sheer quantity of content, we are moving to a more personal form of content. I think that's what you were saying. I feel like there is a shift to more personal.
I
Like,
think that's why we
vlogs
talked
are coming
several
back.
weeks ago. We were talking about vlogging coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but personal content, like, man, it's so funny. I feel this has been stuck in my head. We both signed up for Casey Neistat's filmmaking course when it came out at the beginning of the year. And then things got really busy. So I completely did not participate with my group in that 30 days. But you have access to like the videos and things forever. And so finally, just last week, or just this week, I actually finished going through it, which is really fascinating because a lot of it is basically Casey walks you through how he films like a very simple video using his phone, edits that together, and then how he plans and films a more complex video, you know, with nice cameras and different angles, and how he edits that. And the video he's editing is a video that he did post to his channel, like it's a real video, and it's really fascinating. And in it, he's using a pair of glasses, like they're Ray-Bans, but they have a camera in it, so the video is about those glasses. And there's a part where he's like trying to figure out how to turn on the glasses, and he's like, in the video he just goes, "Are these on? They're recording. Okay." Like he doesn't explain anything, it's just him like figuring out how to turn the glasses on. And he explains like, I could be sitting at a table with the glasses and saying like, the way that you turn them on is you press the button on the right arm of the glasses. And I was like, crap, that's what I do. Not that that's wrong, you know. And if you just want the info on how to use something, but he was like, I don't include anything in my video that you can get from the manufacturer's website. And I was like, that's very interesting, because sometimes you need someone to translate things. So like, I'll say like the Rodecaster, for example. Rode makes amazing support materials for the Rodecaster. Like you can just go to their channel and get bite-sized info to cover everything you need. But I think sometimes people do want like, I kind of want like a real person to explain this to me. And so you can be kind of the technical guide, but also so much of it really is like, I just want to see a real person engaging with whatever this topic is.
If there's a way that like, because you said this, like, if you watch the videos on my channel and try to replace it with anybody else, you couldn't. Yeah. Right? So the more of that I feel like you could try to incorporate, where...
That's a good way.
Yeah, like if someone else, if you could just switch you out with somebody else saying the same thing and it would have the same effect, then what could you do creatively or, you know, artistically to show your individuality to make it so that you're the only one who can make that video?
Yeah, that's a great... you said I said that, but if I did, it definitely wasn't that clear because the way you said it was great.
Let's see. I always find this conversation so refreshing. Yay. I stopped doing subscribe call to actions, and it doesn't seem to have impacted subscriptions negatively.
It probably has helped, if anything.
I was a Final Fantasy VII fan. That was 2 decades ago. Have you played the remake? It's amazing. Let's see. Do you have any ideas for sources of constructive feedback rather than the flood of trolls that hit you when you ask for feedback?
Well, justcreatemore.com is a great place to go. That's our community for YouTube creators, but it's sort of tough. Like there's a lot of Discord servers out there and different communities and things. That's what helped me very, very, very early on, like 6 months in. I was in a subreddit for YouTubers, and somebody was putting like, hey, you know, if you're interested in joining a Discord for this. And that was the first... I'm not a huge Discord fan. That was the first time I ever used it. And it was a very small group because they were like, if you want to join, and then it was still like applications to get in. So there was only like 12 people in there. And having that little like mastermind group was wildly helpful. And so I don't know, other than like our community, justcreatemore.com, I don't have another place to point out where to find that. But seeking that out and finding it is really helpful.
Monica says, I feel like having a person I trust explaining things, it makes it more fun than I will go read the manuals for something specific.
Yeah. And I mean, Michael said, Nice Stats, not a tech channel, it's a story channel. Very true. Like, you know, Gerald Undone probably couldn't get away with that because people, that's why I watch it, because I want you to decipher the instruction manual for me. Right. And talk about bananas or whatever. But
so, yeah.
All right. Is it time to clear the table then?
I think it's time to clear the table.
Well, preemptive congrats on your milestone, which you are definitely going to hit today. Oh my gosh, I can't get my thing to scroll down here. You are 14 subscribers away. You've been gaining well over 100 a day, so that's definitely going to happen today. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And more than anything, again, I just want to tell you how proud I am.
Make room next to that silver play button,
you know what would look real nice, kind of just right here in this little area, just shining super nice in the light there.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think I said this last time, but I'm totally okay with the gaming channel becoming the main channel.
I would be too. I think it's great.
I'm having so much fun. It's so
Yeah.
like I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about ideas for videos. Like it's like
great.
it's such a fun.
And that is fun to be around. Like that is so exciting and motivating for me to be around.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's like rediscovering a love I had that faded away for a little bit there.
Yeah, understandably so. So I'm very happy for you. Very
Thank
excited for you.
you.
And congrats. Maybe by next week you'll have that play button up there. Alrighty. So with that being said, it's time to clear a table. Thank you so much for spending
Thanks,
your time with
everyone.
us. We hope you have a safe, happy, healthy rest of your week, and we will see you next time.
Bye.